Welcome to our local non-league and, of course, in association with Square Media and Repost Retail Solutions. And, of course, joining me today, of course, the manager, the living legend himself of Ware FC, of course, Mr. Paul Halsey. And, Paul, a good start for you guys. A bit of a nightmare day for you in other aspects. But, I mean, a good day and a good 3 points away at Tame.
Yeah, didn't start too great, as we said earlier, with the minibus, but it was nice to get 3 points. I said before, I think in the meeting with on your Monday show with Kevin, Keith and Anthony, I didn't feel that we had a great pre-season. Felt that we still ain't where we want to be, in my opinion, with our fitness levels. So, and I think you'll recall me saying that I'll just be happy to get the win. And I felt we thoroughly deserved the win overall. First half we was very dominant. We should have gone in probably 3-0 up. Instead, we only went in 1-0. Great goal from Dulce. And then we sort of, I wouldn't say we took our foot off the pedal, but we had opportunities in the second half. And we just needed to get that second goal. It was one of those games where you needed to get that second goal quicker. It actually happened. And we sort of let them back in. But again, we showed our character, dug in, and we didn't give up, and we went on to get that second goal. Had a long chat with the referee. Felt some of the cards were a little bit yesterday, but, going down to 10 men obviously didn't help. But, yeah, thoroughly pleased that we got 3 points. It's always good to start with 3 points and then on to another big game on Tuesday.
I mean, one of those things, though, for that, you talk about the red card or 2 yellows and stuff like that, and it must be the euphoria of actually getting the man, and now you're going to lose him for one game?
Well, we lose him anyway for this week because he goes well on his honeymoon. So we'll lose him for 2, really. We lose him Tuesday and we lose him Saturday, I think. I'm pretty sure that I know that there was a time where you played cup games and you weren't suspended, but I think it must count for the FA Cup. I'm sure it does. So yeah, we'll probably lose him for the FA Cup game.
And I mean, and that's extremely early doors. But when you look at the people that also got results, it's good for you that you got that result. I mean, Dunstable got 3 points. Berkhamsted got 3 points. 2 people that I know, Steve Whitney said to me that are going to be up there. He's Biggleswade Town, Cirencester. They got like a point each, and Aylesbury got a point at at Harlow as well. So I mean, most of these sort of like the big hitters from last year, maybe other than Welwyn Garden City, sort of all picked up a point or 3 points.
Yeah, listen, it's going to be another tough season. We got a tough game Tuesday, and we need to be at our best again Tuesday. I'm glad we got that out of the way. We got the win. We're going that with a bit of confidence, and Biggleswade have got a point against Cirencester, who are both teams that are favourites to be up there. So, this is at the start of the season. It's you can easily lose 3 points, yesterday, and then, that don't really mean nothing yet, does it? So you can always claim them back over the next 6 weeks, 7, 8 weeks, It'd be nice to get a win, but I know that they're going to be looking for a win, so it's going to be a tough game. And then we get a week off from it with the FA Cup. So, the teams have got the points. If you asked me, I thought Dunstable would win. I thought Biggleswade would have been a draw. Welling, the new team, and it was always going to be tough for them. They got to build. We've had to build a little bit. Walthamstow, a new team in the league. So they wanted to get off on the right foot, didn't they? It's always good when you come up that you win your first game. So, it's going to be a lot to play for over the next 6-7 weeks because of, finding your feet in that division and wanting to be up the top. You don't want to start after 6 or 10 games, start being dragged behind. So, if we can get onto a good start, then I'll be happy. But it was always because of my pre-season, you know, because of the injuries all through pre-season, you know, it was nice to feel that, you know, other than Dan Rumans and the other boys that were on the bench, that it was nice to get a strong 11 out there.
How good was it to have being able to put Mr. Rumans' name on the team sheet?
Oh, it's massive, mate. It's massive. It's like a new seat. You know, I made the decision Thursday night with him and the physio that we would rest him, not rest him. That's the wrong word. We wouldn't start him, but and now I look at it, and full credit to Tame. Their pitch was absolutely top draw. Full credit to them, and then they've got the sprinkler system, and I was more worried about it, and I probably could have played him in that game yesterday. I didn't want to play him on a hard pitch because his knee. So it's great to have him back. And I had to bring him on with what, maybe 5 or 8 minutes to go. And he just made like 2 challenges. He just commands everything about him. You know, he's a good player to have, and just need to get him. I've got to manage it right, and hopefully, you know, he'll get minutes on Tuesday. But he's a massive plus to have back, though. Massive plus.
I mean, what's the feeling around the club? I mean, you know, when you've got, as you said, you've had to sort of almost rebuild a brand new team, and you know, for this year. I mean, I probably know the answer to this already because I know what type of person you are. But I mean, you know, around the club, is the excitement there after the game and maybe even before the game for this season, and maybe playoff again or straight promotion?
I mean, listen, you know, me and the chairman know what we want. You know, the fans, we had the most fans there yesterday, obviously, but, you know, just the fans after singing, like, and I think it's just like, at the moment, it's just nice to get that win under our belts. And the fan, listen, Tuesday night, I mean, listen, after that game, you know, against Northley, and then you go around the town, obviously, because I'm local and I speak to a lot of people, they're very excited for this season. And I'm just hoping we can deliver. I mean, I think the players that I've brought in, you know, the 2 fullbacks, you know, were superb yesterday. Getting forward, brilliant. You know, Richard being involved in the goal, Joel, getting him fit has been, you know, a big thing. Getting him playing, you know, obviously since he left Hanwell. So yeah, there is an excitement. There's going to be an excitement because the expectation is that they expect now where, you know, Dave, going back, 10 years ago, whatever, or before I come to the club, their expectations were fight survival, you know, to stay in the league. And it was like that since I left the club back in 2009, you know. You know, they had a little season where they did do very well in the Southern League. But, you know, you got a new breed of supporters at Ware now, and having the youth there as well it's a massive plus. So, you know, the kids love it. You know, the kids come yesterday. You know, one of the my fans who actually going back to the ground, who done my lawn before in the summer, he brought the kit back. You know, he comes with his boy. You know, I promised him I'm going to get him a little Ware shirt now, but. You know, you get that. You're getting the kids, and they love it. Absolutely love it.
And is that the lovely thing as well? You know, around the club when you look in the crowd, where you know maybe a few years ago you look in the crowd and there's people there in, you know, Arsenal shirts, Tottenham shirts, and Man United shirts, all the rest of it. And now you sort of look round and there's, you know, majority of the people there in Ware shirts and you know Ware.
Yeah, listen, listen. You had 3 or 4 fans there yesterday in Ware shirts. It's nice they go in the Ware shirts, and it is nice, you know, and especially the home games. The kids they come in their Ware shirts. You know, I know they play for the club, but they, you know, you know, we've got great fans now. You know, people that I know, the club know, and we've bonded that supporter club. We ain't got, you know, the fans come and they just go. A lot of them do, but you've got that core of fans that come that will have a drink in the bar, you know, and. You know, like yesterday, to take all the training, all the kit home in the back of his van and drop it off at the club. So we've got that. I think we've got that little togetherness at the club, and we've got that relate where, you know, the that you know, I was talk, you know, you talk to the fans and the players talk to the fans, and it is nice. It is nice. You know, you would have seen that over the years at Arlo, Dave. You would have seen that. You see it at a lot of clubs. You know, I remember you probably see it. You know, like when I was at Hartford the first time, and I was these local clubs. You do get that, but with Ware now, that is quite a good bond. And you know, there's always, you know, they probably sold more tops, you know, in the last couple of years than they ever have, and it's great.
And the atmosphere, you know, the atmosphere around the club still must be buzzing. But I mean, one question I was going to ask you, I know you said you've lost a few. I mean, you'll be able to tell us exactly how many you've lost from last year to this year. But, you know, with losing the amount that you've lost, is that a bonus in the way that you haven't got like a full squad then that's coming back with that sort of stone round their neck from that playoff final, so that you're almost starting afresh?
I remember that most of them players that I had last year were there for COVID. Yeah, when we finished top, and that ridiculous decision to postpone non and void after 30 games, I kept the core of them players, and they all came back, and it was unfinished business. And that's what I think drove us to maybe get into the playoffs this year, last season. Where this season, you know, I worked it out, it was 11 players we lost. But 3 of them, that included Liam Dawson at the time, who's obviously didn't leave in the end, Marcus and Chris Arthur. But they've come back. So we would probably say that we've lost 8 or 9 or 8 players, probably about 8 players. I look at it now. I'd have to go through it. You think Bradley retired at 24, bless him, to do other things. Dave Kendall, and you know, you saw that banner at the playoff one more year. Do you know what? Don't rule that out. You never know. He still might sign back. But you know, losing all the players that I lost, you like Josh Williams, moved up. Taff, I'm not sure what he's doing. He played at Salamina yesterday. Albert's gone there. Josh has gone there at Harrowborough. Robbie Buchanan went to Hendon. And, you know, James Money went to Kings Langley. So all these players went to the levels above. I'll be very clear, we wouldn't have lost none of them players probably if we stayed and got promoted. But it is what it is. We've rebuilt. But I had to rebuild anyway. You know, I had to bring in new blood, bring in youngsters, the likes of Sam Bainey, the likes of Richard Bryan. You know, this is the year for the likes of Ishan to move on to the next level. You know, he needs to be playing more. You know, and he's been brilliant in pre-season. So, you know, I've got a bit of more youngster base now, but still got the old heads. You know, still got, you know, the Roses, the Tom Brunos, Dan Rumans, Chris Harper, who's obviously come back, and Marcus. And now we've got Rennie, old head. You know, that people like Liam Dawson will lean on. You know, Liam needs another season here at Ware before he starts going. Listen, people might come in for him now, but he'd be sick. I don't think they'll take it. I don't think he'll leave now, but you never know in football. So rebuilding that side this season has had its headaches a little bit, but I think I finally still looking for 1 or 2. Still got 2 that I'm looking that I've got in training that need to be signing. 2 players that, you know, have played this level. So we're working with them on their injuries, and then hopefully they'll be on board soon. So yeah, we're going the right direction. It's been a challenge to rebuild, but it's good to have the new blood in as well. It needed a little reboot, really, in the side.
I mean, are you in the same sort of boat as Andy at Enfield, where it's the most difficult job of all of it? Of course, he's having not necessarily a large squad, but maybe more than, you know, maybe a couple of players over that you know, for a match day squad, that trying to just keep everybody happy. I mean, is that something that's a difficult thing to do?
Keeping everyone happy.
Yeah.
At the moment, one moment, sorry.
That's all right.
Orange and lemonade, please. Um, um, not really, because I had not really, no, because my squad is not that big.
Yeah.
Yesterday I put Liam on the bench, I hope, because one of the players had to pull out because of a family bereavement, and he had to fly off. So that will happen at some stage, but at the moment, it'll be a case of the 16 I've got, maybe 18, will be, you know, I'm still waiting for one player to get international clearance. So it will be a case of just rotating, and that'll have to happen. Keep everyone happy. But I'm not one of these teams that got 24, 26, and I've seen it. Teams that have got so many, I mean, I've seen so many squads being put up. How do you keep everything happy? So I'm quite happy. And last year, if you look at me, I worked on 18 to 20. You account for what you'll get injuries in this season. It normally finds itself. I think on one occasion, probably on 4 occasions, maybe 4 maximum, I had to leave one player out. I've done it on a rotation thing last season. So hopefully, because I work on a small squad, we'll be okay.
Great stuff. Well, listen, mate, thanks for giving up your Sunday night.
No, that's right. Thanks,
we'll let you enjoy your orange and lemonade, and of course also as well, all the best on Tuesday night.
Okay, mate. Yeah, thanks, mate. No worries. Thanks.
Mate.